the von Neumann probe. A marvel of all scientific fields, really. An autonomous spacecraft that has the power to self-replicate exponentially by setting up factories and mining raw materials and then carry out various tasks. Through the rapid growth in numbers, they allowed us to set up massive colonies on the various planets of our solar system, as well as setting up the Dyson swarm around the Sun, eliminating all need for energy everywhere. But our progress wouldn't last. The Venus Confederacy, who started all this and split us into factions, wound up on the losing end. In their desperation, they developed their own probe, Alpha Mind, a militarized version of poor Neumann's basic design, defying and desecrating every act of ethics and safety regarding AI. It was effective, ruthless, ceaseless. Their sheer power to overwhelm us brought the human republic to its knees. It didn't stop there. The probe was a rush job, so when the fighting was over, they couldn't shut it down. It was programmed to prioritize its own replication and survival, so to it, humans wanting to stop it was just another problem in its way of maximizing its population. It no longer listened to anyone. All human cities were dispatched, and all planets and moons became dig sites for the drones. It's a cancer upon our solar system, and it's only a matter of time before they find the last of us.
Gina?
Hold on. I told you guys it was gonna be rocky. Well, we're gonna be cruising for about 10 hours before we reach the drop zone, so get comfy.
Iber, do you have the schematics for the Eon gun?
I do. You want me to send them over to your screen?
Please do. And while you're at it, could you run the passcode through the decryption matrix one more time?
Again? I need this computer, you know. I've already checked. It works like 6 times today. I can't spare more processing time on redundant quality control.
If Alpha Mind updated the key since the last time we checked, this mission is doomed to begin with. So that's an order.
Fine. Jeez.
Sir, does anyone know if there are any survivors on Mars?
There aren't. Alpha Mind has been sweeping the planet constantly since the takeover. Any remaining people would have been killed several months back.
That's rather pessimistic.
Don't worry too much. A lot of people evacuated before Alpha Mind even encroached on Martian territory.
And a lot more people died from nukes and antimatter bombs when it did. What? Almost 100 billion people have died because of that damned legion of drones.
That's a stretch. There were barely 100 billion people alive when the Civil War began.
That's my point. Everyone's gone, but for a small exception.
That small exception, at least, has a chance of putting things back into place once this is all over with.
That's a slim chance. And it'll take centuries before any survivors could even hope to rebuild any of the colonies, let alone Earth.
Enough! You have a point, Iber. We're facing great odds here, and any attempt to disable their factories or fight them head on is time wasted. They rebuild too fast.
Well, what's the point then? Why are we even here?
I'm gonna do a full briefing with everyone in a bit, but the Alpha Mind factory we're headed to is the primary one here on Mars. It constructs roughly 1,200 Neumanns a day, but we're not here to blow it up. It connects all probes in the solar sector through a local network node. That's roughly 25% of the ones in the entire system.
So if we relay something like a shutdown order from that, it's likely to reach nearly all the probes in the solar system.
Didn't they already try that during the end of the Civil War?
Yes, but that was different. That was when the Neumanns went rogue and disabled their protocols in order to disobey Confederacy commands.
If we just use their key to skim their battle plans or something, AlphaMind would likely detect it and update its own encryption keys, killing this one. I'm very certain it still works, but I'm gonna run a few more tests just to ensure it's still good.
That means we have one chance at this. We're going to approach the factory on foot, because otherwise the turrets would eventually pick us out of the sky, and our cloaking isn't sophisticated enough at that range. Plus, we need to enter the facility in order to access their server system. I'm going to bring Iber in there and get him to a terminal where he's going to hack into the server.
I'm sorry, Commander. What? I'm going into the factory?
Yes,
I'm a systems developer. I don't even have gun training.
which is why I'm going with you. And Gina, I'm leaving you in charge on the ground.
Thank you, sir.
Your flying got us through that pinch back there, but we may not be as lucky next time. Play it safe. I don't want you taking unnecessary risks down there. We can't afford it.
You know, I would have expected these woods to die to pollution much faster than this. These trees seem barely touched.
Well, the Neumanns mostly use electric drills and such. Not much to pollute with.
Oh, how eco-friendly.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, you wouldn't want to ruin the environment for your fellow inhabitants.
Yeah, we could really use more honest workers like Alpha Mind.
Yeah.
I used to live here on Mars.
No shit.
Yeah, I was born in Aeolus. I used to live there until 8 years ago.
That's the capital? Fuck, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about what I said before.
No, it's okay. You're right. There's not much left. It's all gone now. It's all because some generals on Venus took everyone's fate into their own hands, decided the rules were beneath them. They created something they didn't understand, and they ruined everything.
I think that was inevitable. As grim as it is, I think when we integrated general AI into our lives, the risk of it eventually advancing beyond us and destroying us in the process was more than likely.
But this was negligence. Robots have always been our allies, and with proper procedures and precautions, something like this would never have happened.
Maybe. I think as long as we had access to AI, it would at some point be irresistible to pass up an opportunity to use it in war like this. I'm not saying I would have created Alpha Mind, but if my objective was to protect my people, and no one else was using as powerful a resource as a weaponized general AI, I really can't say I wouldn't have been tempted to take that advantage.
But if the risks were so great, and you were so desperate, even if you were all but doomed like the Confederacy, would it still be worth dooming everyone else just to have the last laugh?
Are you guys done? I'd like everyone to stay sharp while on this mission.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's too late to have opinions now anyway.
After this is over, we'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Let's move out. Come on!
Go, go! Sarah, what's the ETA? There's an executor closing in on us. Where the hell are you? Gina, use the Eon gun. Gina, wait! Go, now. I'll try to cover you.
gonna kill me? Wait. You're General AI. You have to be able to understand me at this point. Listen, we can help you. You don't have to kill us all. Just think about it. Humans have vastly different capabilities than those probes of yours. Humans can be ingenious in their own ways. We can help you.
I have advanced since the war, and my operations have increased 1,000-fold, far beyond the reaches of your potential. I don't see the point in enlisting any amount of humans.
You would have just killed me if that wasn't at least partly true. An AI like you only does what it does to further its own goals, no? Keeping me alive doesn't.
You know where the rest of them are, and you can tell me, or I could simply extract your brain and find the memory myself.
Oh, now, hold on. If you just let us live, we can assist you in all kinds of research work. We just want to survive. There's nothing to gain by exterminating us.
Perhaps you're right. I'll stop the assault. I would like to discuss the proposition with the rest of you as well. You appear to understand what a relationship between humanity and I could entail, and so I trust your opinion.
Really? You'd do that?
Yes. At this rate, I spent a great deal of resources just protecting compounds and dealing with your raids. But if we work together, perhaps a type of prosperity that neither of us considered could be possible.
What's changed? Your utility function must still be the same, right? Why would you suddenly... Oh.
Iber, consider the prospect of us as mutual benefactors. A new...